Hello everyone, this is Vinita Vishnoi. Welcome to my channel once again. So in today's video, I'm going to teach you about the regions of root. In last video, we were discussing about the types of root, adventitious root and taproot system. Now, we are going to discuss here about the different parts of the root. Fine. So let's start. Let me draw it first. So, this is a root. This is the primary root. Now, the first region, the lowermost part of the primary root is called as root cap. This is the root cap. Now, root cap is a single layer. Fine. This is a single layer which is made up of parenchyma cells, and these cells are thin walled. Fine. Now, why root cap is present at the apex or the terminal region of the root? The purpose is when it grows and goes deeper into the soil, because of that there can be harm to the region of the roots. Before that, let me tell you, just above this, just above the root cap, you will see a region of meristematic tissue. Fine. This is the zone of meristem. As you know, meristem are those tissues which keeps on dividing throughout the life. Because of that only, the growth will be there in different parts of the plant. So, root cap is there to protect the meristematic zone. Fine. So, this is the meristematic zone. Fine. So let's come back to the root cap. So root cap is the first part. Single layer will be present, made up of parenchyma cells, and parenchyma cells is thin walled. They are multicellular. There are different parenchyma. Many parenchyma cells will be present. So it is multicellular. They can regenerate. Fine. If there will be any damage to that, it can regenerate. You can also call these root cap as calyptra. Fine. So root cap is also known as calyptra. One thing is there, this root cap is absent in hydrophytic plants, epiphytic plants, parasitic, and mycorrhiza. Fine, mycorrhiza. So, in these four categories, you will see no root cap is present. As in case of epiphytic plant, you know the epiphytic plant grows on the huge, large, taller trees. So, their roots are hanging into the atmosphere. So, obviously, they will absorb the water, moisture from the atmosphere. So, root cap will be absent in this case. Parasitic, they don't want root cap because they collect all the nutrition from the host plant. They don't get any nutrition from any other part. They're directly getting it from the host. So they don't need the root cap. Mycorrhiza is, very well that it is the symbiotic relationship between the fungus and the roots of some plants. So there the fungus is helpful in absorption of water and mineral, and then it gives such things to the plant. So plant is nowhere involved in the absorption from the soil. So root cap is absent here. And in hydrophytic plant, let's discuss about this. In case of hydrophytic plant, in spite of root cap, they are having root pocket. Fine. हाइड्रोफाइटिक प्लांट में रूट पॉकेट होता है. रूट पॉकेट इज द parenchyma cells. They are also a type of parenchyma cells. So there in aquatic plants, in their roots, you will see the loosely arranged parenchyma cells. I told you it is single layer, but again there is an exception. Exception in Pandanus plant, it is a monocot plant. In this plant, you will see the multi-layered root cap. Just remember this. These are some important facts about the root cap. So, root cap is the lowermost region of the root. It is single layer made up of thin-walled parenchyma cells, that is multicellular. They can regenerate if some damage will occur in that. They are absent in this category. In hydrophytic plants, parenchyma cells are grouped below the meristematic tissues, the zone of meristem, which is called as root pocket, and as it is single layer but exceptional, you can see in Pandanus plant where it is multi-layered. Now the meristematic zone. Meristematic zone is also called as zone of division because continuous division happens in this cell. Now let's talk about its characteristic. First thing is, these are cells where rapid cell division will occur. You will find dense protoplasm and active nucleus. See, this is very important point that whenever cell is doing very rapid cell division, there should have a dense protoplasm because you will find many nutrient in it which is required for cell division, and active nucleus. Nucleus is a very important center for the cell division, so it should be active so that it will be a quick process of cell division. Next is very small or no vacuole will be present in case of meristematic zone. Again, important point for NEET. So, this is very important from NEET point of view, that these are the meristematic cells which are having very small vacuole or no vacuole. Then this meristematic zone is also called as zone of division. Above these meristematic zone, you will find zone of elongation. The cell will increase in the length. Fine, like this. So, this is the zone of elongation. The point here to be noted is why cell increases in length. What happens when the cell is meristematic? It is having a very small nucleus. Very small vacuole or no vacuole. What happens next? in this cell, the size of the vacuole will keep on increasing like this. And because of that, the cell will also keep on increasing in length. So this happens in zone of elongation, the newly divided meristematic cells, in that the vacuole will increasing. That is why these cells will keep on increasing in length. So that is zone of elongation. Now just above the zone of elongation, you will find the zone of maturation. So this is called as just making it. This is cortex and fine. Now see here, these are the outermost layer is called as epidermis. Below epidermis you will see cortex, that is also a type of group of cells, means tissue layer, and the innermost is vascular tissue. So above, this is the second one, this is the third. Now the last one is, let me rub this. The last one is the zone of maturation. You can also call this as zone of differentiation. Fine. What is differentiation? When cell or tissue attains a particular function, after that they cannot change their function. So that is called as differentiation. Fine. So after the elongation, when cell attains a proper length, after that they get differentiated, they get mature. Mature means every tissue will attain a particular function. So there will be different tissue system. The outermost is epidermis, then cortex and the vascular tissue. In depth, we will be discussing about this topic in chapter 6. So here few epidermal cells will increase in length. Just remember, again I am repeating it, that few epidermal cells will increase in length. There will be extension of epidermal cells which will be called as root hairs, and they are unicellular structure because they are made up of one epidermal cells. So what is the definition of root here? It is the extension of epidermal cell. We can also call this zone as zone of root hair. Remember this. Fine. So what is the definition? What is the important function of root hair? It increases the surface area for water and mineral absorption. Fine. And this is a very important function of root, a primary function of the root. Okay. So here you have seen that the whole root is divided into 4 zones. Root cap, the first, then meristematic zone, then zone of elongation, and then zone of, this is the zone of maturation or zone of differentiation or zone of root here. If we simply ask the difference between the hydrophytic roots and the terrestrial roots, so sequence in the terrestrial root will be the same which I have told you just now. Root cap, meristematic zone, zone of elongation and zone of maturation. But when we talk about the zone of hydrophytic plants, there you have to remember the first layer will be root pocket, then meristematic zone, then zone of elongation, and then the zone of maturation. Again, one very important difference is that those hydrophytic roots, primary roots, they will not be having the root hairs. Fine. So you cannot call them as the zone of root hair in case of hydrophytic plants. Fine. So again, hydrophytic plants are not having these root hairs. One very important thing is here I want to add in zone of maturation is that they helps in secondary growth of root. Fine, there are two types of growth, primary and secondary. Primary when the root increases in length, secondary when the root increases in width. The diameter is increasing means the secondary growth is happening there. So in this zone, the secondary growth, it is helping in the secondary growth. Another thing, here in case of root cap, I have told you that it is having the power of regeneration. But in case of root pocket, they lack power of regeneration. ठीक है, वहां पे रीजनरेशन नहीं होता, रूट कैप के केस में रीजनरेशन होता है. So in today's video we had a discussion in detail about the different regions of the root. Fine. So if any doubt you are having, you are facing any trouble in this topic, you can frankly message me, comment me, and even you can mail me, and my mail is given in the description box. Till then, be safe, take care, keep learning, and goodbye.